Hello YouTube viewers, welcome back to my channel. I am Sri Tips, and today what I have is this bottle of jeweler's filings and clippings that we vacuumed from the jeweler's workbench drawer. And what we're going to do today is demonstrate how to extract the precious metals from this jeweler's waste. Okay, here we go. We're going to kick this thing off. You can see the time here is 11:35, and what I'm going to do is start the fume hood motor. I've been having a problem with this thing, as many of you already know, and we're going to get an initial reading on it. Looks like it's 74.5 Fahrenheit, 23.6 Celsius. So what we're going to do is keep an eye on the temperature of the motor there as we progress through this video. Alright, just get started here. I want to get this liquid off of the waste. And I've got a vacuum bottle set up down here, and I use this as my temporary stock pot. So what I want to do is, you can see there's some gold down in there. When I pour off the waste from my gold refining operations, a little bit of gold gets poured over with it, so it accumulates down in the bottom. I'm adding some hydrochloric acid here, just a little bit. And then next, I'm going to put in a few squirts of concentrated nitric acid. And what we're going to do is dissolve this gold in here on some low heat. What I'll do is just set it up here on the heat. If I can get it inside the hood here. Set it up on the heat here and let that dissolve. Then we'll be able to get that out of that bottle so we can use it for our vacuum retrieval to get this liquid off the jeweler's waste that we're going to be working on. Now that we've got the gold to go in solution, we can get it out of that bottle real easy. I've got a bottle set up over here that I store that solution in. And what I'll do is precipitate it out and add it to a future batch. I'm going to go ahead and add the solution from here into this bottle and save it. Got the vacuum bottle nice and cleaned out now. I've got the gold in solution in this bottle, and I'll save that and gather it up at a later date. Now what we're going to do is use my vacuum bottle to get the waste to liquid off of this jeweler's scrap here. Just a little stopper with a couple holes cut in it. Connect it to my vacuum line here, and then what we'll do is take the probe end, stick it down in this, and draw off all that liquid into this waste container here. Here we go. Transfer this liquid into a tall beaker and let it settle. See if there's anything of value in there. There shouldn't be. This is just a solution that was on top of the waste. do is I'm going to transfer the solids into this Corningware dish here, and we're going to let this stuff slowly evaporate so we get all the moisture out of it, and then do an incineration. You can see down there's some filings, clippings that the jeweler trims off of pieces of rings and other jewelry to do the repairs on those pieces. So we'll just let this set on some low heat up here and just slowly evaporate. Don't want to get the heat too high, otherwise this will start to boil and spatter. While I'm waiting for the water to evaporate off that jeweler's waste, I want to note the time here. It is about 10 minutes after 12, so I've been running the motor up here for about half an hour or so. Let's get a reading on it. Yeah, I got it at 196 Fahrenheit, 91.4 Celsius. Just want to document the temperature. It's important to point out here, we don't want that thing heating up too high, too fast. If we heat this up too quickly, it'll start boiling and spatter the jeweler's waste all over the fume hood. So we want to do this slower the better. This has been on the heat now for about a half an hour, and I came out and checked on it and I seen a few bubbles popping. I've set up a rig down here, another Corningware dish with some glass rods in it. What I'm going to do is take it down off of the direct heat, put it inside here, and then add some tap water here. And what this will do is it'll prevent the dish that has the waste in it from coming in direct contact with the hot plate and creating a situation where it boils and spatters. And it'll never go over 212 degrees in here now, since I've added that water. So we can set this back up on the heat now and just let it evaporate slowly. I can turn the heat up now because I've got water between the evaporation dish here and the heating coil. The time right now is about 1:30. This has been on the heat now, the steam bath there for about an hour and a half. You can see the level has dropped as the solution is being evaporated off. Temperature in there is 146.5 Fahrenheit, 63.6 Celsius. And if we go up here, the ambient temperature outdoors is about 75 degrees. We've got 110 Celsius on the motor, 230 degrees Fahrenheit. So that motor's running really hot today because the outdoor temperature is much higher. Time right now is about 2:45, a little past that. We've been on the heat here for about a little over 2.5 hours. And what I want to do is check the consistency of this, see if we've achieved a level of dryness that's satisfactory, and it is. It's almost bone dry. That worked out real well. Didn't spatter. So now we're ready to go to the next step here. Turn the heat off here. I've got a block of wood set down here, propane torch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull our jeweler's waste out of here. Put it down on this block of wood. I'm going to take this propane torch, cut the flame way down low, and I'm going to incinerate this material and get it nice and burned up. I'm going to burn up anything that's combustible in here and get it out of here. As you can see, there is some combustible material in here. There's bound to be, there could be anything in here. Fingernails, tobacco, cigarette butts, roaches, insects, food. Who knows what's in here? But this is the first step, is to incinerate the material here, burn off anything that's combustible. In this footage, you'll notice that I'm keeping that flame from directly contacting the bottom of that Corningware dish. That pyroceram is mighty tough, and it'll take a lot of heat, but I have had them shatter on me before when I had some wet material in there and I was drying it off and I had it on high heat and the thing broke apart. So you don't want to put a direct flame on that Corningware. To speed things up, I put the container back on the hot plate, got it turned up on high. I want to get this stuff all burned off of here real good before we go to the next step. As long as I can see smoke and flames, that tells us we still got combustible material in here. It needs to be burned off. As long as I can see smoke and flames, that means more material is being burnt away, and I need to keep incinerating until the smoke and flames go away. Okay, the time is about 3:20 right now. So I've been out here incinerating this material for about a half hour. I got the hot plate down below it on high, and as you can see, I'm not getting any more smoke or flames. So it's safe to conclude here. And there's a little bit more stuff there. But I pretty much got this incinerated down to a fine ash here, which is where we want it to be. So what I'm going to do is turn the heat off now. We'll just let this cool down and go to the next step. Okay, it's about 3:30. That motor's been running now for about 4 hours. We've got it at 229 Fahrenheit, 109 Celsius. Okay, I was in editing video. Time right now is about, what is that, 4 o'clock? A little after 4. So the motor's been running about 5 hours or so, I guess. I was sitting there editing the video, and all of a sudden it turned off on me. That's been about 5 minutes ago. It's 181 Fahrenheit, 82.8 Celsius. Thankfully I didn't have anything toxic going on in here. But, and let's see if we can get it to cut back on. No, nothing. So it's either burn up or the circuit's still open inside the motor there. Alright, at least I got the material incinerated. Got that far into it. What we'll do is we'll just cover this up now in continue in the next part of the video. Okay, that will conclude this section of the jeweler's filings and clippings video. I was in here editing the video and the fume hood just quit. The motor is overheating, and then there's some internal circuits that open and cause the motor to shut down, and that's what's happened. But at least I got this far into the process, and I got the jeweler's waste evaporated off and incinerated. I'm ready to go to the next step in the process. But I think this would be a wonderful opportunity for Lab Conco to swoop in like a white knight and save the day for me. Do not worry, I'm not going to retire from doing videos here, but I will have to look into replacing my old equipment out there, and it will get fixed, and I will carry on. So that'll conclude part 1 of the jeweler's filings and clippings video. Thanks for watching.